The Children's Network of Stark County was the first child advocacy center in the state of Ohio. We were founded in 1987, and since then we have served about 14,000 children. A child advocacy center is a one-stop shop for children who have experienced or where there are concerns of sexual abuse, severe physical abuse, children who have been victims of human trafficking, or children who witness violence. And we serve children from birth to age 18 and up to 22 if they have special needs. What makes the network so remarkable is the staff who works here and their commitment level and their expertise. And we have staff from a variety of disciplines that come together under one roof. So we have a forensic interviewer, and her job is to do a non-leading, neutral interview of the child with the hopes of and the goal of establishing rapport with the child, so that if the child were indeed abused, that they would share that information with her. We also work with hand in hand with children's services staff who are involved in the vast majority of our cases and take the lead and do great work. We are very fortunate to have Akron Children's Hospital has a care center located right here at the network. So after a child has their forensic interview, they actually go into a room that was specially designed for this work, and they meet with one of our nurse practitioners. So one of the many benefits of having children's right here is the child doesn't have to leave the network, go to the hospital, talk to a nurse, talk to a doctor. They do everything right here. So that is a real blessing for our kids that we serve. We also work hand in hand with law enforcement. Almost every jurisdiction in Stark County, as well as the FBI. We are very fortunate and are the only child advocacy center in the state to have a law enforcement unit that has county-wide jurisdiction housed right here with us.
So the idea is they have a forensic interview and it lessens their impact, and then we review that interview and we review the case, and we work with all the stakeholders to see how best to prosecute the case, but at the same time lessen the trauma that this prosecution has on the victim, because they've been traumatized already because of the criminal acts performed on them, and we'd hate to see the system traumatize them a second time.
You'll notice that we have butterflies hanging from the ceilings, and every child who comes to the network gets a butterfly kit, and some kids choose to make them here and some take them home. The kids who make them here can either leave them and we hang them from the ceiling, or they take them home. And it's really overwhelming sometimes when people walk in, or even when I walk in every day and I see the butterflies, because it's such a real representation of the work that we do, and they're all very different and very unique, and each one represents a different child. We try to make the network as friendly of a place as possible. We have an amazing pajama closet that we are so grateful for. That really is true community collaboration at its best. You know, the Oliveri family donated the closet. We have gotten pajamas from the pajama program, from a number of private people, churches. Stark State students did a drive and raised pajamas, collected pajamas for us.
Riley comes in about once a week, and she's here for a couple hours greeting the kids when they come in, just to give them some peace and some calm. When kids come in, they're probably very stressed, so she just kind of follows them around and lets them pet her, and she'll give them kisses and follow them into the toy room and just give them some peace and calming while they're here in a stressful situation.
If you ask me, is there a personal story or how it's affected me, I can say first, unequivocally, that I feel blessed. You feel thankful that you haven't had to have those types of challenges in your life. And knowing that we're prosecuting on behalf of children who have faced these challenges, that there's a support system in place for them so that they're not going to be traumatized by what we have to do legally to protect the public. That's probably the biggest reward for being involved in the network.
So people ask, how do you do this work, and what keeps you motivated and involved? And there's nothing like being able to work with a child from beginning all the way to prosecution and really seeing justice served. And it's remarkable to come in here and see how children transform throughout that entire process. It's very rewarding work.